Do you want to play better golf? Of course you do. Well, here are 3 easy ways to do it. 1. Open your smartphone and look for the podcast app. 2. Open the podcast app and search Breaking Par with Bernard Sheridan. 3. Subscribe and never miss an episode of great golf instructor interviews from around the world. A new guest every week, like David Ledbetter, Brian Manzella, Dr. Sashal McKenzie, James Siekman, just to name a few. Hear their insight as they deliver their wisdom of the game. Take control of your game. Subscribe today. Your game will thank you for it.
Sheridan, and today we're going to take a look at the Clubhead release and what should happen. So I see many players, and what they're doing is they're trying to keep the clubhead square to the target line, and what that does is it causes a push or a slice. So I have an alignment stick down here that's going to represent the target line. So what I want you to do is set up an alignment stick and then set up at the end of that alignment stick as if it's impact. Now what I want you to feel is, as you come through that impact, by the time you get to this position where your right arm is extended, that shaft should be pointing right at the end of that stick, and the club face should be looking to you like it's cutting a 45-degree angle across that alignment stick. That's what the face wants to do when you come through impact. If you were to hold that face open, looking at the target line, what you're going to see is the ball's going to go off to the right. So many players try to do that. The other thing that you're going to see is it's going to hit very, very low on the face. Okay? So in order for you to be able to keep that ball on line, what you want to do is turn through and get that shaft to trace that target line as your hand releases. That's really going to make a huge difference, and that face is going to close through impact, and you're going to see a lot straighter shots. So let's take a look at that face on and where that hand should release, because as I come through, what I see a lot of players is their hand releasing back here, face is aiming left. Now they're hitting balls dead left, or they're starting left and coming back and cutting to the right. So what we want to see is that release of your right hand to happen after you make your rotation in front of the ball. That's where the release is going to happen. Well, let's take a look at that from face on. Okay, here we are face on, and we have our target line. So that right wrist doesn't want to release until after impact. Impact is the end of that stick. If I release it here, that means I'm unhinging this hand. If I release it here, I'm hitting everything left. So I want to feel like I'm just tracing that shaft right down that line. I'm not tracing the face. If I trace the face, this right hand never releases. Or it released too early. I unhinged it back here, so now I'm trying to keep it on line. Alright? So I want to feel like I'm turning, pivot around my left leg. The shaft is going to trace right down that target line, and I'm going to release it and come to a full finish. So you can do this in slow motion. Feel like that shaft is tracing the target line. So until next time, I'm Bernard Sheridan. Try to keep it in the short grass until we meet again. And don't forget about our iTunes show. We do great interviews of the brightest minds in golf every single week on iTunes and Stitcher Radio. Also on Spotify and Google Play. And you can go check that out right here on our YouTube channel, or go to our website, www.breakingparpodcast.com.